Hello, my name is Kevin Roy. I'm a fourth year now graphic designer, illustrator at the Academy of Minerva. I want to talk to you about my project. My project is about what is an Arubian, what does it mean to be an Arubian. So I started this project called Typomento because I got answers from my teachers. They always told me like, Kevin, why do you have this other way of thinking? Why do you use so much color? Why do you experiment a lot? I did some research on myself. Turns out that it had to do a lot where I'm from. Did also research with people in the creative business to see if they had the same reaction as I had. Students and professionals in the creative business.
For me then, in Holland, I experience it as we live inside. In Aruba, we live outside. And the last piece I made is basically a society being what it is now, trying to go back to nature. I guess you could say it does influence the way people, well, me, how I think and my perspective on things. And Aruban is someone that really feels at home on the island, has love for the island and feels part of the island, and also someone that in his or her own way, how do you say, aporta? Gives the island back.
Okay.
For instance, the color here is so dark that I feel like so dark inside. Like I don't know what to do sometimes. It's so true, and sometimes I need to wear colors. You know? Something has to pop to like make me happy.
I cannot wear it like this in Aruba. No.
Yeah,
No.
Exactly.
You know?
Me too.
I even have like my baggage for Aruba clothes and my baggage for Holland clothes.
Oh my god.
And it's a fucking different thing. People say like I transform, you know?
Oh my god.
They're like, what the fuck is this, Chelsea? You know?
Yeah, it's so true, so true.
You know, sometimes also people that don't know about us have a preconceived idea.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they're like,
yes.
oh, you know, we're just like at beach, blah blah blah. But it's not that. We have more about that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lifestyle, you know.
It's a lifestyle.
Everyone sort of connects through the red thread of being a Arubian, of being in a, you know, integra. Because I really feel like, you know, like sure, I'm an Arubian. My father's family is very Arubian, but then I have the other Portuguese influence. So I feel like we all come from other sides of the world, and we meet there.
Yeah.
So there's something beautiful of that, and I like it.
To do with the fact that we also speak four languages, and it's very multicultural, and then it gives you, you know, like we can speak Typomento, but then like English words will come in, Dutch words will come in, and it's sort of like the way you think as well. Like, okay, if you get to do something, one thing your whole life like that, you're gonna get tired.
Yeah.
So it's nice to do this switch up.
Coming from Aruba, people are not that open about certain stuff. And in Holland, if you have a problem, people are gonna just speak about it, trying to help each other.
In relation to his child. Vulnerability scares me.
It's not very easy to open up to those things, so it's definitely getting used to how open the culture here in Holland is.
Example, sometimes in Aruba, you come with a project and people say like they don't see the importance in it. And in Holland, people actually try to see the importance in it and try to see the good side of it, and not see like, oh, this costs a lot of money, or you know, stuff like that.
As an Arubian and embody this in movements. It's so important to embody that we have a lot of going on, the freely in the body, the hips and the shoulders, and that I try to incorporate now with my movements. So it is an influence, but it took a while, and because I now matured in my work, I think deeper in my researches as well. So it's not about commercial work, but it's now, you know, where I came from, why I'm doing this, and my experience as the time I used to live on the island.
my surroundings, and that coming back into the music. It's funny enough, like one of the first songs that I did for that project, that Typomento, is called Some Caribbean Music.
A wonde mostravo trepa aqui.
Some Caribbean music, music lift up. Some Caribbean music.
Because I didn't know what kind of music it was. I just knew that I kind of took some elements and was inspired by calypso and hip hop and stuff like that and put some together. I think then when I left Aruba, I kind of took those influences with me, but then I was inspired from, you know, my surroundings here and the European sound, and exposed to other things, and so it will definitely have influence on anybody that goes through that process, because your environment does have trigger your senses in different ways. Yeah.
I came to the conclusion that a lot has to do from where I'm from. That's Aruba. It's a very multicultural island, and our native language is also a multicultural language. It's made out of African, Portuguese, English, Dutch, Spanish languages. So I started this project called Typomento, where I take typography and papamento, and then I combine them, and it becomes Typomento, where the goal is to make my native language visually understandable and to share it with everyone else. I found that social media was the best method to use to share my culture and teach people about my culture. So you also might ask, why the use of handmade lettering? It has a lot to do with Aruba. Most of Aruba signs are handmade, and I use typography as a designer. Animation, typography, photography, and film are all skills I use as a designer, and I use them all for this project. I feel free to look at all the other interview videos I've done. I've done with a lot of amazing people, so you don't want to miss that. Either way, if you want to connect me, I'll leave information below, and I'm out.